Yo guys, what's going on? And welcome back to the channel. This is my spoiler-heavy review of episode 1 of Moon Knight. So Moon Knight is a whole new character that I have no idea about at all. It's the first time I've seen anything to do with him. I was really intrigued and interested right from the beginning because his character just looks sick, his costume's so cool, but also Oscar Isaac was playing him, and I love Oscar Isaac, so I knew that this was I was at least interested. It looked good from the trailers, and I've got to say, this first episode, I'm completely sold into it already. I found it really entertaining, I found it really interesting. I just think that the character, Stephen Grant, who Oscar Isaac plays, the lead character is really, really good. Oscar Isaac plays him very well. The comedy is really good. There's also like elements of horror in this, and it's like a thriller as well at some points. Not too much, but it's definitely in there. There's obviously action, and you know, you can tell it's Marvel, but it's just done differently. It has a different tone to like previous Marvel stuff. But the whole character of Stephen Grant I found really interesting. Obviously how he's split personality, and he has this other personality that's sort of tormenting him called Mark. Can't remember the last name, but he's called Mark. Anyway, his character Mark is like in his head. He's tormenting him. Stephen Grant doesn't have a clue why. He's chaining himself up at night because obviously Mark is letting himself loose and going out and living as him in his body for a couple of days, coming back, getting back in bed, and then suddenly, I guess, Stephen will wake up and think that he's just woke up the next morning, go back to work and go back to normal life, but then realize that in his life there's been a few days missing, and there's people that are entering his life that he's never met before. There's a woman that thinks that they're going on a date together, and he's really confused. Clearly, they're both living in this body, and Steven has no idea what's going on, and I liked that whole dynamic of him being completely confused, and Oscar Isaac just plays that really, really well. The whole torment that he's going through, I feel like Oscar Isaac does such a sick job with sort of portraying that, and I think it's really, really good. Ethan Hawke's character is just weird as fuck because obviously right at the beginning, he's putting broken glass in his shoes and then just going about his day. So yeah, that was weird, but I liked how they did that because that's set his character up to be proper weird straight away. I liked how they opened with that. That was just the start of this Moon Knight series, was just Ethan Hawke putting glass in his shoes and going out on his daily routines. Ethan Hawke's character, can't remember what his actual character name is, but let's just call him Ethan Hawke. Anyway, his character's obviously working alongside one of the Egyptian goddesses. Ra, is it? I can't remember what her name is. I think it's Ra. Anyway, he's working on behalf of Ra to bring balance to the planet by, you know, taking people's hands and like weighing them with this weird tattoo that moves on these scales, and that's obviously balancing out whether this person's done good or bad, and if they've done bad, whether it may be in the past or present or in the future, even if this person has not even committed any bad things in their life, but maybe sometime down the line in their future they're going to do something bad, this weighing scale and this Egyptian goddess will decide whether they are worth living or not, and then they will die if they've done something bad, or they will survive if they've done something, if they've just been good. And this kind of was an interesting take because it doesn't really make Ethan Hawke to be out to be like that much of a bad guy yet, really, because he's not really killing these people. He seems like he's a nice guy just doing things on behalf of this Egyptian goddess. He's like a prophet or something, so he doesn't really seem to be like evil right now. But yeah, I'm interested to see where his character's going to go. And clearly we're going to start to see a lot more of these Egyptian goddesses or these creatures, because obviously at the end of the episode we've got that Egyptian pharaoh dog monster thing that's chasing Stephen Grant. So I'm guessing we're going to start to see loads more stuff like that, which is cool. I'm interested in that. For some reason, Stephen Grant is carrying this Egyptian jewel, which is a scarab. I couldn't remember what that was called in my non-spoiler review, but I just remembered it, so fucking yes. Anyway, this scarab is really important because supposedly it belongs to the goddess Ra, and we don't know why yet or what exactly it means, but for some reason, Steven is carrying this. He doesn't want it. He wants to just give it away to Ethan Hawke. It's funny that I'm calling him Ethan Hawke when I'm calling the other guy Stephen Grant. It's not his name. Anyway, he doesn't want it, and obviously Mark, the other personality, is stopping not Ethan Hawke, Stephen Grant, from opening his hand and stopping him from giving it to all these people. And he doesn't want it, and obviously his body's taken over, and I liked how he just doesn't have a clue what's going on. He's really trying to give it away. He's even doing all these weird movements where he's doing his best to sort of give it to them. I found that quite funny. And then the action sequences, what I found really interesting was I just enjoyed how Stephen Grant would get into these situations where obviously he's about to get killed or beaten, and he then sort of has like a seizure and then snaps out of it, and everybody else is either dead or knocked out, and he has no idea what's going on. He's got blood all over his hands, and he's like, what is going on? And he's so completely confused. But I liked how it doesn't show you him. Obviously, it's Moon Knight taking over him and beating the shit out of everyone. I don't know if you can hear that, but the wind's whistling through my door. So if you can hear a whistle, that's what it is. Anyway, yeah, I really liked how the action sequences, even in the car, I thought it was pretty cool. How when he's driving and all these different cars are coming next to him and they're all trying to kill him, and he's just having the little seizures, and suddenly like all the cars are like falling off the cliff or they've exploded or whatever. I liked that, and I liked how they didn't just show you Moon Knight just kicking the shit out of everybody. We're gonna get that clearly going further, because at the end of the episode we do get to see Moon Knight, so we're gonna start seeing him becoming Moon Knight eventually. But I liked how the episode just didn't give you that straight away. Obviously, going ahead now at the end of the episode, Stephen has that moment in the bathroom where he's getting chased by that Egyptian dog, and he's looking in the mirrors, and Mark's just telling him, look, like, this is real, let me take over, just trust me. You're not going to die, just let me take over. And Steven decides to eventually go, okay, fuck it, and closes his eyes in a bathroom and becomes a Moon Knight. So yeah, we're going to start seeing that a load more, but I just did enjoy, at least for this episode, where we just didn't get to see that. And maybe we'll get more of that going ahead, because I guess Steven's not going to suddenly just be like, okay, fuck it, I'm now Mark. So maybe we're going to get more of that. I've got to say, that moment where Steven goes to the steak restaurant to meet that woman on a date, obviously he's 2 days late. The acting of Oscar Isaac in that moment where he's just realizing like his life is completely fucked, and he's just in this like despair, and he's just so upset and completely lost within himself, and he just has a really emotional moment, and he's trying to still order his steak, and he's not really paying attention to what the waiter's saying. He's just like, yeah, like, whatever, yeah, I'll have whatever's good, like, I'll have the best part of the steak. But, like, I liked how his acting was, it was just really good, and I like performances like that, especially for, like, a main character in a new Marvel series. Oscar Isaac's just a quality actor, and I'm just glad that we're getting a new Marvel show with someone of his acting skills playing the main character. It was just a good moment, and I was like, yeah. I just couldn't stop thinking, like, well, how the fuck is Ethan Hawke walking around on set all day with glass in his shoe? Anyways, guys, I thought this episode was wicked. I really did enjoy it. I thought it was a great start for a new series. All the characters were great and interesting, especially Stephen Grant. Oscar Isaac nailed it. I forgot to say before just how he does his London accent, and how he's a little bit like quiet and a little bit soft-spoken. I liked how, I don't know, his character was just really good. So yeah, I really did enjoy it. I think the story's interesting. I can't wait to see more. Can't wait to see more of Moon Knight. Although I am more interested in Stephen Grant's character, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm interested to see what this Mark character is going to be, and who he is, and like how he's there, and I'm just the whole thing I'm interested in. I find it all interesting. I can't wait to see more. And for me, my rating of this episode is an 8 out of 10. Anyways, guys, that's my spoiler review. If you did enjoy this, please hit the like button. That'd be great for me. And also let me know down in the comments below, what did you guys think to this? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? I'd love to know down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, guys. And I'll see you next time on wAFF World.